Affirmative, sir. Who set all these lab monkeys free?
Hey there, StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft War Remastered. Today on Polypoid, going to be an incredible PvT featuring Light and Motive from RJB. Top right, it is a Motive, one of the best Protoss players in the world right now. Can he up his game and win ASL 22? I feel like he can. Bottom left, it's Light. Can he win ASL 22? I feel like he can as well, man. He is an incredible Terran player. I know Flash dumpstered him in the semifinals of ASL 21, but Flash is not here. Flash is not here anymore. He has retired. Maybe he'll come back, but not for ASL 22. So, Light, you're the best Terran player in the world right now. Can you win an ASL in the year 2026? For all of your Terran fans, we will see. Motive has a lot of pressure on him as well, right? I think Snow's the best Protoss player, but I don't know. I think if we grind and just watch replays from other players and see what they're doing and get up to the meta, then I think we can get there. Anyway, going to be a PvT here on Polypoid. Bit of an older replay, but this is an excellent one from RJB. So click that like button, subscribe, do whatever you need to do so you never miss another StarCraft cast from Falcon Paladin. Gateway opening. We got ourselves what looks like is going to be a scout. An early scout here. Maybe something of a proxy. Just checking to make sure there's not a probe up there with a pylon. Okay, very nice. Just barracks at the wall. Interesting choice here. Barracks at the wall. It's not a TDZ here, but maybe walling off against zealots. We will see if any zealots come across the map. Motive does like to do that, so we'll see Robert the Zealot coming across the map any second now. Let's see the timing for an expansion here. I think this Rax means we're going to expand before gas, right? Especially, well, at least before factory. We want to expand early based on the placement of this Rax. Got a Cyber Core coming in. Very good. This is just barely on the edge of being powered by this pylon. Look at how far it is away from this pylon, man. So no Nexus first, obviously. We are being respectful to Light. Does he know it's Light? Fairly recognizable barcode here. And check it out. There's the expansion here before gas. All right, so not quite a respectful opening here from Light. And we're not scouting with the probes. I don't think we can punish it here. So Light ahead in the first 2.5 minutes. Early expansion. No chance of being punished here by Motive. And Motive needs to see this. He needs to catch up. He needs to expand now. He needs to get a third base down as soon as he can comfortably do so. Oh my gosh. Cyber Core upgrading. Singularity charge before expanding. And not even scouting here on a 4-player map. Dude, Motive, what are we doing here? You need to scout. If you're going to send ranged Dragoons across the map early, right? Earlier than your expansion, then you need to know where the Terran player is. We're going to scout with the Dragoon. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Not harming your economy, scouting with the Dragoon, as scouting with the probe would do, but 2 Dragoons and range before expanding. Here is Motive. Protoss players. I don't know. I don't know if Motive can do this from this point, man. Gas, again, on the way here for Light, because, you know, you need gas to make tanks and vultures. Well, you need gas to make, not make vultures, but make the factories that do make the vultures. There's the expansion. SCV cross-spawning. Check it out. He's like, I want to know if it's a cross-spawn Nexus first, and other than that, I don't really care. It's like, nope, not a Nexus first timing. Very good. We're going to try to run away from this Dragoon and escape with his life is Steve the SCV. So, we've got a bunker. We've got range finishing up. We have a factory not quite done yet. So we can go ahead and harass this bunker for a little bit longer than usual based on the expansion timing here. A couple seconds until range is done for these Dragoons. SCV scouting still. You know where the Protoss is, right? You know where he is. Are you checking for a ninja? Checking for a ninja expand here, up here in the top left, or like a proxy Stargate or something weird like that, or a proxy Robo? Or are you planning on taking a ninja of your own? No, we've got 98 minerals, so no, we're not planning on a ninja base. There we go. So again, we can wail away on this bunker a little bit longer than usual, because the factory just finished. We got 2 armories coming up. Ooh, this lends itself to a bit of a 2-base timing attack here for Light. These Marines are like, okay, I guess we can't dissuade you from shooting our bunker by coming out of the bunker and shooting you in the face. Ah, I'm getting shot in the face here now. Check it out, man. Armory, engineering bay, second armory inside the natural. Ooh. 2-base Reaver tech. Oh, this is an aggressive game from both of these players, man. Check it out. We've got siege tech on the way. We've got +1 attack on the way at the armory. Not this one, but this one. It is. And second armory, we need to start an upgrade there. Otherwise, the second armory is just wasted resources. But there we go. Finally a tank. I don't know. 3 Dragoons, not quite enough to take down a tank here. I say 4-2-5 is what you need to take down a siege tank. And a couple of hits, obviously. Siege mode finishing up. Got a Reaver in production. Check it out. And like I said, wailing away on this bunker. Siege mode. Topping up the siege tank a little bit, and there's the siege. And there is the announcement saying, hey, the store is closed, Dragoons. Get out of here, man. And get out of here. They do. So I got 1-1 upgrades starting at 6 minutes from light. Dude, this is going to be a 2-base attack. We've got turrets to prevent shuttles from flying in with Reavers because, you know, this is not light's first PvT. And here we go. Slow shuttle coming across the map here, but speed for shuttles is such an important upgrade for Protoss, especially if you are playing Gateway Man, that I think we will see speed show up here in a couple of minutes. Not the player speed, mind you, but the upgrade speed. That would be interesting if speed showed up. He's like, hey, Light, I'm going to play for you now. We wouldn't know. We would have no idea if that was the case, but it's possible. There we go. Gravitic Drive in production on this production tab there for Motive. And look at that. We're not fast enough to get past it. We have a tank saying, all right, are you... I'm so tired of people trying to drop Reavers inside my natural base, inside my main base. I can protect myself against it, but it is so tiring, says Light. It's just rote at this point. PvT, prepare for Reavers. You don't even have to scout. You don't even have to scan for Reavers. Just anticipate there are Reavers, and you will be correct 99% of the time. And if you're not facing Reavers, then hey, there's some drop coming across the map anyway at some point, or an Arbiter, or just a storm drop. So yes, turrets, excellent value for the resources you have to make, or have to spend to get them. And yeah, check it out. We're trying to get in. We are trying. Hang on a second. We found a little... Nope. Didn't find a little hole there. Probe says, expand here and expand here? Maybe. How many factories are there? 3. Only 3 factories. I think we're going to see an expansion here from Light. Kabam! Harassing with vultures. Again, if you don't harass with vultures as a Terran player going mech, what are you doing through vultures? You need to get out there. You need to get out there and kill probes, or scout at least. Kill this probe, right? Well, I guess there's not a probe here anymore. Maybe you already did. But yeah, kill probes with the vultures. Scout. Do what you need to do. And there we go. Expansion on the way at 8.5 minutes. But yeah, check it out. We've got ourselves 1-1. And now this armory is quiet. I can't remember the last time I saw a Terran player in a PvT upgrade both armor and attack for his vehicles at the same time. Usually the attack is ahead of the armor, and this armory is quiet, so maybe that will be the case here as well. Attack on the way. Arclight Shock Cannon. What a great name. I love it. 4th base coming down the right side. And all is well here. Got a Wraith on the way. Oh, I love it. Every single PvT, I'm like, let's make a Wraith to help out against the Arbiters, against the shuttles, against the Reavers inside shuttles that are surely going to show up and try to kill you. We are scanning. We are looking for what? Carriers, everybody. Say it with me. No carriers yet. But again, that is not a guarantee that carriers will not be made by Motive here today. legs in production. Dropping a siege tank right here. Look at this. Defending with probes. I love it. Defending yourself. Oh, Spider Mines getting their first blood here with a Dragoon. Vulture on the backside getting 1 kill. Getting 2 kills. Can we get 3? Can we get 4? I think maybe we can get 4 kills if we micro a little bit. But no, we're not going to micro, so it's not going to be 4 kills. This game is an interesting one. Still no armor. So we got double armory really early to get 1-1 on his tanks and vultures. And then just ignored this second armory here while getting +2 on the attack. Interesting choice, dude. I guess the plan just kind of got adjusted there. Fair enough. Reavers, again, trying to slow the attack, coming across the map here, trying to prevent this command center from getting attacked by these Dragoons and burning down and getting killed before the third base can get established. Gaba, tank down. Loving it. And look at these Vulture. Ah, Vulture's getting in there. Wraith sniping the shuttle. And look, helping to take down a Reaver. Dude, Wraiths, what cannot they do? Well, they can't kill... Can't kill Dragoons very well. Bam, both Wraiths die, but hey, they took down a Reaver, they took down a shuttle. Not much you can ask from 2 very brave Wraith pilots than that. Up the left side expanding as well. Dude, but 12 o'clock's on the way for the Protoss. It's like we need to keep up. We need to keep up with the macro here for motive. And again, we could see a fleet beacon being tossed down at any time. I guess not right now because there's not a Stargate, but, you know, Stargate. Tacking up into the third, dropping Zealots, and yes, this is such a time-honored tradition here on Polypoid or any map that has a high ground third base. You attack into the third base, get rebuffed by the siege tanks, and get out of there. Whittling down the siege tank count is, again, an important thing in PvT, and I don't think many tanks have died yet. So motive, he's like, I don't think I've killed many siege tanks. Handling that many siege tanks is hard. Maybe we do need carriers. Again, it's always in the back of a Protoss player's mind. Can I go to carriers? Are we safe? Can we get there without getting scanned and killed before the carriers show up? That's something that a player like Light can do very, very well. And look at this. Armory's still quiet. We've got +3 attack on the way. Ah, look at this dropship. It's empty. But it's scouting. He sees presence in the bottom right of this map. And can we move out with these Vultures? I think we can. Blocking the ramp with the Dragoons. Spider Mines can't get you through. 4th base up the left side here for Light. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th base up here. 12 o'clock and maybe a 6th base on the way in the bottom right here too from Motive. This is a heavy, heavy macro style game. Temple Archives on the way. And yeah, I think it's just going to be Gateway Man. This is a little bit of some sloppy Sim City here for Motive, but we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gates. More gates down here surely are in the future here for the Protoss. And Terran's super comfortable right now. He's like, okay, 4th base, 3 base Terran, I'm comfy, but 4 base Terran. It is like being wrapped in a blanket next to a fire, drinking hot cocoa with marshmallows in it, while a snowstorm is ravaging outside. Doesn't that sound comfy? Especially in July, man. I'm casting this in July. Northern Hemisphere is on fire. Google keeps giving me these heat advisory warnings every single week for the last month. It's like, yeah, I get it. If it's always a heat advisory warning, is it ever actually a heat advisory warning? It's just always hot. So look at this. Protecting with cannons, building a gateway before expanding here is Motive. Storm on the way. And again, if you're playing Gateway Man, every single engagement is super important, right? You need to Zealot Bomb the tanks. You need to take care of these Vultures. You need to not get shot down here by the Goliaths. You need to storm everything. You need to keep the High Templar alive. And it's easier said than done. This is a very hard style to play. But again, trying to go carriers means there's a risk of getting killed before they show up. There's the attack again to the 3rd base. Same thing. Zealot bombing. We've got charging from the low ground here. These Dragoon Spider Mines are all gone. But Vulture's up here trying to take down an observatory, I guess. Okay, fair enough. And Bunker's going to get busted. Siege tanks on the back line. Vulture count very, very low. Zealot's not trying to attack these tanks because the Dragoons can handle them. Microing the Zealots into the mineral line of the third base, and look at this tank count get demolished. But Vultures are here. They have +2 attack. They are enough to take down cannons in small numbers. Dude, these probes, why are we going home? Dude, probe massacre here. 70 SCVs to 62 probes, but look at this. Third base in trouble. Zealots on top of the dwindling number of siege tanks at the natural base. Defender's advantage, yes, very important right now. But these Vultures are like, hey, we killed a lot of probes. We killed a cannon. We take down this Nexus, we can. But no, we cannot if we are interrupted in our work. Third base, very safe, very okay. Zealot, all Protoss, gone from this third base here. Vultures up the left side saying, are you expanding up here? No. Okay, fair enough. Expanding down here? Yes. Of course you are. So, again, how many Nexuses do we have? Like 6. So, we can replace those probes very, very easily. Right? Losing probes, never a fun thing to do. Scanning up here saying, there's only a Dragoon? Dude, if only I had my dropship. My dropship died. Do I need a replacement one? Maybe. The production tab says we do not. We're making science vessels. We're going to EMP. We're going to D-Matrix. We're going to spellcast against this Protoss. Where is the Storm? I haven't seen one yet. Here at 16 minutes. Thank you very much. But Motive here, holding his own against Light. Tank count right now, pretty light. Haha. 2, 4, 6 of them. 7 siege tanks. Couple up here. Maybe 8, 9. It's not a lot. It is not 20. It is not 30. And that successful attack to the third base is why Motive is ahead right now. 181 to 175. 72 probes. Like I said, if you have a lot of Nexuses, you can replace those probes, 10, 15 probe deaths very, very fast. Just 2 rounds of probes and you're pretty much back up. It is minerals. So that's about it. That is the only damage here. Down towards the third base again. Saying, I don't know, man. There are tanks here. There are high ground tanks here. Shooting across this giant chunk of what looks like Aztec masonry. We got Vultures versus Zealots. Very good. We got a probe transfer of doom and death. One probe gets out of there as a message to the others. Send the message. Let them know it was us, say the Vulture pilots. Or I guess more aptly, yeah, let them know it was us. That's how they would sound. Into the third base again. 2 kills on that Vulture before getting pinned down. So 63 probes to 75 SCVs. Probes dying all over the place, but again, replacing them easy, yada, yada, yada. You know how it sounds, but replace them enough, and you're replacing them with money that could be better spent with Zealots and Dragoons. Kid Air and Amulet on the way. Move out on 4 bases with +3 attack and +2 armor. Yeah, this is just standard upgrade timing, except there was a 1-1 very early here from Light. I think he was planning on a 2-base attack. But then he's like, nah, I rebuffed the Reaver very easily, so let's get a 4th base. Let's get a 3rd base. Let's get a 4th base. And let's just max out, and let's get out there with +3 attack. Vultures, Spider Mines, EMP, D-Matrix, and try to take down Motive that way. Motive's like, good with me. I'm good at macro, as you can see. So, first time move out here at 18 minutes from the Terran player. And Zealots on the front lines, not where they want to be. Dodging storms. First storm of the season. Second storm of the season. Flank attack from the bottom side here, taking out unseated siege tanks. And storms bruising them up. Bruising up siege tanks. 2 storms to kill them, but 1 storm to bruise them up. I don't know if we can defend this. And again, that's why we take more bases. Right? More bases than Terran player, because it gets very hard to defend a Nexus when there are this many siege tanks out. And yeah, once there were 7 siege tanks, now there are this many. Coming in again, dropping on top of the tanks. Vultures really close to the tanks to defend. This is a symbiotic relationship. It's like those birds that go into the mouths of hippopotamuses to clean their teeth. Symbiotic, man. Hippos don't eat them because cleaning their teeth, they can't do it. They don't have toothbrushes. They need the birds to pick at them and get them out of there. Symbiotic. Vultures killing Zealots. Tanks killing Dragoons. They help each other kill what they have trouble against. And look at this. Evacuating the third. Vultures taking the shields down. And siege tanks finishing it off. 75 to 68 total workers in favor of the Terran. 193 to 162 supply. Motive is in trouble now. These Vultures That was the key to the game there. Sniping all of those probes. We can replace them, but it sets back your army composition. Counterattacking are these Dragoons, and again, very dangerous in a PvT for a Protoss to counterattack. From the Terran perspective, it's a nice thing to do from the Protoss perspective, but I don't think you're getting up this ramp at all. There are 4 tanks, like 1,000 spider mines. Definitely not, dude. Defending with his heart out right now is Motive at his natural base. Can you save the observatory? It's right in front. It's very low HP. Dragoon still trying to get down here saying, wait, never mind. You're right, there are tanks back there, Falcon. We were worried about that, and the answer is yes, there are tanks back there. 183 to 166 supply. Bam! Observatory down. This is some pretty good stuff. We've got siege tanks being harassed a little bit by these Dragoons, but enough +3 tanks to handle that many Dragoons. Archon on the front lines. EMP researched? I don't think it has been, but, you know, everything does full damage to shields, so... yeah, this Archon has 10 kills. Very good. And Reaver dropping right on top of this tank. And not even attacking the siege tank there because he's not in danger. Dragoon's taking down the tank instead. But look at this. We're just falling back a little bit. We are still ahead in supply. The Terran says we're expanding again. Protoss says, okay, fine. I'll expand again top left too. Why don't you worry about that, huh? Why don't you worry about that? And again, no sign of carriers. Scanning bottom right. This is a good place for carriers, he says. Nope, just gateways warping in. Don't even worry about it. And shuttle incoming. Scouting out. Building turrets on the front line of a Protoss, man. Right next to the natural base. That is a death knell. Maybe not at this stage of the game, but earlier in this game, if you built turrets right here, and there were siege tanks, that is not enough for a 2-basing Protoss to defend against. But still, we can still handle it, right? Terran says, turrets, very good against those shuttles, very good against obs, obviously. Trying to snipe out that shuttle. Nope, 18 hit points, but not dead yet. And Motive's on the back foot. Can we defend ably and successfully here? The answer is, I don't know. Shuttles are getting picked out of the sky like pigeons. Not sure if that's what you want to be seeing here with your Motive. And Light's just like, nah, man. Absolutely not. You are not getting me off this front line. We've got turrets coming up. 2 turrets in production. Another turret already done here on the low ground right outside the natural base. We are sending out vultures to die to Dragoons for some reason. Again, counterattacking Protoss, very dangerous, but these 4 tanks are still here. I don't know what you're planning on doing with these Dragoons and this High Templar, but you're going to lose your natural and your third base on this attack, and you're not taking down any command centers. Like, yes, we can replace it, but into the 6 o'clock we go. Dropping on top of these tanks. No, we got the shield here. We got the D-Matrix helping to defend these siege tanks. I don't think any of them died. No, none of those siege tanks died. Now coming through with the Dragoons, the tanks are dead. But yowza. Yowza, yowza. Maybe this command center will die. Again, it's not enough simply to replace your bases or out-expand in anticipation of your bases needing to be replaced. You need to take down command centers as well. And if you can't do that while the Terran expands, then, well, you're just a dead nerd. 181 to 166 supply in favor of, you guessed it, the Terran player Light. And yeah, just squeezing Motive for all he's worth here at 23 minutes. This is just troubling for the Protoss. I think we can take down this base too. What's the defense? Cannons? Don't make me laugh. Okay, we've got a lot of army up here in the main base for Motive. We've got a bank here for Light. There you go. Just coming up this ramp. Tanks down, Nexus down, probes running for their lives. And that's it, dude. Unless Motive can wipe out this army, somehow counterattack and kill these bases, Light's got this thing won in 24 minutes. Look at this. Look at all the army up here coming down this ramp into a meat grinder. I don't know if that's a good idea. Expanding here. Okay, I guess. But dude, we have so much more army available right now. I guess Army Valley is a little bit closer because it's 68 SCVs to 53 probes. We have enough money. Not enough gas. We're pretty gas starved as the Terran. But we're containing. We're attacking with a smaller army. Maybe taking out this bottom right-hand corner. That is a good way to win. Look at this. Taking out these tanks after the Nexus is dead. We need to do this before the Nexus has died, folks. Just professional recommendation from Falcon Paladin here for ya. Come on. EMP on the way. Not done yet. Ooh, storming the science vessel. Storming the clump of tanks. That's how we do it. But that's about it. High Templar out of energy. No merging is complete here, and this is gonna die. And again, just containing. We're gonna set up another contain here. Set up another contain here, and just say, hey, if you want to get down these ramps, come right down these ramps. We'll take it. I'm not sure the Terran has to get up these ramps to win this game. Spotting with the science vessel, siege tank sieging up, and the Dragoons are like, we can't help it, we're being dragged into range because we're being attacked. We're trying to do a storm from this side of the wall onto this mineral line. You need more tricks than that to win this game here, Motive. Base down, base down, base down, base down. How many times can we say base down here today? And yeah, not a contain in the bottom right here from Light. Thank you very much. And that's it. GG. Motive out of there. Bam. Weird game, man. Light taking 2 armories, getting 1-1, and then saying, never mind, I'll take a third base. Thank you very much. Reavers getting rebuffed so easily. How many Reaver kills were there in this game? I want to say a total of like 4. Just Reaver opening did nothing against Light whatsoever. Motive expanding very, very well. But a 4th base up the left side. We've got upgrades for the tanks. Excellent early attack here from Motive. Taking down something like, I want to say, 10 or 15 siege tanks. Knocking the tank out down closer to 7. Right? Forcing the tanks to be reproduced. Slowing the attack down. But from there, just couldn't get much done. This attack did not take out a base. This attack did not take out a base. Never really attacked this base either. Never went for the main either, which I'm not a huge fan of, so I'm not really mad that Motive did it. But, yeah, couldn't quite get out here. Not against these tanks. Not against the upgrades. Not against the turrets. Not against Light's methodical, absolute strangling of everything Motive was trying to do here. Hoo-wee. That was amazing. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. That was a fantastic little game there by our guy Light. Oh, I know Protoss fans, you are sad about this, but Motive needs to learn how to take down a Terran player as good as Light is, or he'll never win an ASL. Just again, constant pressure. How does Snow win this? Constant Reaver micro, right? Constant pressure, constant dropping everywhere, not just once here and never here. Not just pressuring here. We need just pressure, 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 pressure. Taking out tanks all of the time. And that's how you keep a Terran player small and make them look bad. 213 to 231 supply. Or supply. Total score. In favor of Light. Outproducing. Outkilling. Never what you want to see is a Protoss outraising. Not outspending, but not by enough. Right? We're looking at a total of 7,000 resources on the outspend. Plus a little bit of change. Not going to be enough. Light gets that win. Okay, well, that was fun, and that was going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.